God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My beloved Son, draw near and rest without fear, for I hold you close, closer than your thoughts can reach. I have seen every night when sleep did not come, every worry that weighed on your chest, every step you took even when your soul was weary. Nothing you faced went unnoticed. I know the silent effort no one applauded and the battles you fought in secret. You were not made to carry this weight alone, and so today I tell you with love and authority, enough. This season of overload ends now. I am renewing your strength, aligning your paths, and bringing clarity where there was once confusion. Do you feel that you are ready for a deep change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes, all we need is a small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and the blessings God has already prepared for us. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inside and is reflected on the outside. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, spiritual and material, click on the first comment. There you will find a simple practice, guided with love, that can help you connect more deeply with the divine presence in your life. Where fear tried to paralyze you, I place security. Where doubt weakened you, I establish confidence. Learn to rest in me without guilt, because your worth is not in how much you endure, but in who sustains you. Every step you take from now on will be accompanied by a peace that does not depend on circumstances, but on my constant presence within you. Allow me to care for what you cannot control and trust that nothing escapes my hands. As it is written, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew chapter 11 verse 28. Comment, I rest in God, because He takes care of me. The clarity now being born within you will deeply transform the way you decide, the way you respond, and the way you see the future, because your soul will no longer be wrapped in noise, fear, or confusion. You will no longer act driven by haste or desperation, but guided by a light heart and a peaceful mind, able to discern wisely each step to be taken. What once seemed impossible will begin to become simple, because the silent war that drained your energy will cease within you. I will teach you to recognize opportunities where your eyes once saw only limits and closed doors, and you will perceive my guidance even in the smallest details of your day. Nothing will be ordinary when your eyes are aligned with mine, because even the ordinary will carry purpose. This new perspective will not only transform your inner life, but will expand into everything around you, touching environments, influencing people, and changing situations that seemed stagnant. The harmony that springs up within you will attract what is aligned with my plan, and what once resisted will begin to yield. Doors you thought were closed forever will open in unexpected ways, confirming that when your vision is healed, your path is also adjusted. Comment, I receive the clarity and direction that come from God. I am healing your heart, my son, gently touching old wounds that for a long time were hidden behind forced smiles, unspoken words, and prolonged silences that only I fully knew. Nothing that hurt you went unnoticed by my eyes, and no tear fell without me gathering it with love. I care for you in a deep and personal way, because you are precious to me, not for what you do, but for who you are. I am giving you strength to begin again, not just once more, but from a higher place, more mature and more aware of your worth. What once weakened you is now being transformed into wisdom, and what made you doubt is now strengthening your faith. I am opening before you doors to possibilities far greater than those you thought you had lost, paths your eyes cannot yet fully see, but that are already prepared. Do not fear the new nor the process. Take my hand and rise, for I am with you in every step. The past no longer defines your destiny, nor does it have power over what I am building in you now. The time of your victory has arrived, and I have prepared blessings that surpass your understanding, healing, restoring, and renewing everything. Behold, I make all things new. Revelation chapter 21 verse 5. Comment: I believe in the new beginning God is giving me. I am your God, and I know exactly what you need, even what you cannot put into words. Nothing in your life surprises me. No detail escapes my attentive and loving eyes. That is why I personally take care of every detail, every need, and every battle you tried to fight alone, even when you thought you had to be strong all the time. I saw your silent efforts, your restless nights, and the moments when you almost gave up but still chose to go on. The time of your deliverance has come, and nothing will be able to stop what I have determined for you. On this new day, I will surprise you in ways your heart cannot yet imagine. Unexpected news will arrive, answers you have waited for so long will manifest, and what seemed delayed will finally begin to move with clarity and purpose. I saw your hidden pain, your persistent faith even in the midst of weariness, and your quiet dedication when no one else applauded. Nothing went unnoticed. Every tear was recorded, every prayer was heard, every sigh was received by me. Today, I begin a deep change that will mark your story, not only outwardly, but within you, bringing peace, direction, and a new beginning. Did you know that there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-seated beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to explore this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you would like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can discover how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. The miracle that is approaching will fill your heart with a joy you have not felt in a long time, a pure and deep joy that does not depend on circumstances, but is born from the meeting of your faith and my action. What for so long seemed impossible will become a living testimony of my power working where human limits ended. Hear my voice now, not as a distant echo, but as an intimate call that touches your spirit and awakens your hope. Prepare yourself to receive, because the time of waiting was not in vain. Open your hands, not only your physical ones, but the hands of your heart, and empty yourself of doubts, fears, and suspicions that have accumulated along the way. What enters your life today is greater and better than anything you imagined, because it was prepared with love, care, and purpose. I saw your prayers made in silence, the ones no one heard, but which rose to me with sincerity. I saw your requests repeated in faith, even when weariness tried to convince you to give up. Every tear, every sigh, and every thought was gathered. Remember, nothing goes unnoticed by my eyes. For with God nothing will be impossible. Luke chapter 1 verse 37. Comment: I receive the miracle God has prepared for me. Today I declare, with authority and tenderness, the door has truly opened. This is not an illusion nor a passing moment, it is a new season beginning to manifest before you. Everything you have been waiting for from me is aligning, piece by piece, to be fulfilled at the right time. Do you believe in my power even when you cannot see every sign? Are you prepared to welcome my blessing without fear, guilt, or mistrust? Keep your faith firm and your courage alive, for both will be needed to cross this new chapter. Receive with open arms what I offer you, without trying to control it and without comparing it to the past. Do not turn away from what I have placed before you, even when challenges arise, even when the battle seems too long or weariness tries to stop you. Walk one day at a time, trusting that I go before you. I remain your God, present in every detail, faithful to my promises, and active even in silence. No struggle is greater than my hand extended over you, and no door I open can be shut. Comment: I remain firm, trusting in God's plan. I watch over every aspect of your life with constant care and tireless love. Nothing that happens escapes my control, even when, to your eyes, everything seems confusing or out of order. Remain firm in faith and keep your head lifted, for I am your security when the ground feels unstable. I do not deceive, I do not fail, I do not lose battles, and I never abandon you, neither on bright days nor on the darkest nights. Receive now the peace I send to your heart, a peace that does not depend on immediate answers, but sustains you while they have not yet come. It is a peace that calms the restless mind, strengthens the weary soul, and restores what seemed broken within. In it you will find true rest, renewed confidence, and the courage to dream again, even after so many disappointments. Allow yourself to breathe deeply and trust, because I am with you in every step. When fear tries to return, remember who cares for you. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Psalm 23 verse 1. Comment: God's peace guards my heart. This peace I place within you will gently reopen your heart to believe in love again, not as a fragile hope, but as a confident certainty rooted in me. You will find yourself able to forgive without reopening wounds, to release without carrying bitterness, and to see clearly who is meant to walk beside you in this season. I am giving you wisdom to set healthy boundaries and courage to step away from relationships that quietly drain your joy and identity. You may feel unfamiliar with calm after so much inner noise, but this new season requires rest, not vigilance. Learn to breathe again. Learn to smile without fear of loss. Do not be afraid of happiness, for when it is born in me, it is not temporary or unstable. It is sustained by truth, guarded by purpose, and strengthened by love that does not fail. As you choose peace, your discernment will sharpen, your heart will feel lighter, and your spirit will recognize what aligns with my presence. I am teaching you that love and peace can coexist, that joy does not invite destruction, and that wholeness is now your portion. You were tested, and now the time of reward has arrived. You endured more than many ever saw, yet you did not surrender your soul. You suffered, you learned, and you remained standing when it would have been easier to collapse. What happened was not your fault. You did not summon the storm, nor did you deserve the weight it carried. The enemy attempted to shake you, to convince you that your pain was pointless, but I transformed every tear into a seed planted deep within the soil of your destiny. Now lift your eyes and look with faith. The ground is shifting, life is rising, and signs of growth are already appearing. What is coming will not bring added sorrow, but fulfillment and joy that feels clean and lasting. You will harvest laughter where there was once mourning and peace where there was once chaos. This is not coincidence, it is the law of my faithfulness at work. What you sowed in tears is returning as joy. I placed you exactly where you are meant to flourish, not by accident, but by careful design. I watch over you as a shepherd watches his flock, attentive to every step and every need. Be kind, be compassionate, but anchor your trust fully in me. Release doubt and stand firm in what I have spoken over your life. The faith I planted within you is not imagination, it is a foundation that cannot be shaken. What is about to unfold is not random favor, but promise fulfilled at the appointed time. You are stepping into a new season marked by restoration, provision, and victory that flows from obedience and trust. Remain steady. Walk forward with confidence. What I am doing will confirm everything I have whispered to your heart in the quiet moments. This is your beginning again, not as someone broken by the past, but as someone strengthened by it. Stay close to me, and you will live all that I have prepared. My beloved child, listen with the depth of your heart and not only with your ears. I speak to you now not as a distant echo, but as the steady presence that has never left your side. I have watched the silent battles you fought when no one applauded, the prayers you whispered when strength felt scarce, and the moments when doubt tried to convince you that change was impossible. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still hoping, because I have been sustaining you. I am the one who transforms hearts and renews minds, and there is nothing within you that is beyond my reach. What seems fixed can be reshaped in a moment by my hand. What feels broken can be restored with purpose. But I ask you to believe, not with fear, but with trust. You are stepping into unfamiliar ground, a place you have not walked before, and that is precisely where faith must lead. Release what belongs to yesterday. Loosen your grip on old disappointments, former versions of yourself, and memories that no longer serve your growth. Stretch out your hand toward the blessing I am placing before you, because this season requires courage to receive as much as courage to let go. Do not mourn the door that has closed behind you. Its season was complete, even if your heart had not yet accepted it. I know the ache of finality can feel like loss, but I tell you in truth, closure is often protection disguised as grief. What ends now makes room for what could not arrive earlier. Your trial has fulfilled its purpose, and the weight you carried was never meant to crush you but to prepare you. Today, I am working wonders not only in your life but in the lives of those you love. Speak to me openly. Declare with your own voice what you believe I am doing. Write it, affirm it, breathe it into your days. I trust you with this word because I see the sincerity of your heart. Receive this comfort without suspicion and embrace the divine momentum that is being released toward you. Even now, unseen shifts are aligning circumstances in your favor. What you thought was delay was timing. What you thought was silence was strategy. Understand this clearly. The closing of one door does not signal abandonment, nor does it mark the end of hope. On the contrary, a greater opening is approaching, one that carries weight, responsibility, and blessing far beyond what you imagined. There is spiritual resistance because your life matters, because your faith threatens what opposes light and truth. You have felt attacks from outside pressures and inner discouragement, moments when exhaustion whispered lies to your mind. But do not mistake opposition for defeat. Conflict often arises when transition is near. I am guarding you even when you do not see the battle. I am shielding your mind, reinforcing your spirit, and interrupting plans meant to slow your progress. You are not fragile in my hands. You are being refined. What tries to intimidate you now will not define you later. Though you cannot always perceive it, I am surrounding you with voices of wisdom, people carrying insight and clarity meant to support your journey forward. Receive their guidance with humility, for pride isolates while wisdom connects. Set aside time to speak with me, not out of obligation but out of desire, and I will reveal more than you expect. Every obstacle before you will be dismantled, one layer at a time. Yes, I could remove everything instantly, but growth is forged in the process, not merely in the outcome. I want you to recognize the value of your faith, to understand the strength of your talents, and to see the purpose within your gifts. What you are learning now will serve you for years to come. This struggle will not be wasted. It will become testimony, wisdom, and authority that no one can take from you. Never forget that victories are not achieved alone. You were never designed to walk independently of my voice or my presence. If you were to abandon truth and surrender faith, confusion would overwhelm you and leave you vulnerable to forces that do not love you. But that is not your path. You will go far, further than you once believed possible. Through you, many will be encouraged, and your family will grow in wisdom, unity, and humility. There will be provision, not only materially but emotionally and spiritually. Prosperity will find you in balanced ways that do not steal your peace. But we must walk together. Progress does not require perfection, it requires partnership. Take my hand again today, not as a last resort, but as a daily choice. You are prepared to step into a deeper level of awareness, where decisions shape futures and lives are influenced by integrity. As you give me your attention, I am preparing opportunities you cannot yet see. Foundations are being laid carefully for a dwelling of peace, safety, and belonging, for you and for those connected to you. This is not accidental. Each stone is placed with intention. I am opening spaces where your influence will matter, where your voice will be heard, and where your character will speak louder than titles. Remain attentive. Remain teachable. What is coming requires steadiness, not haste, and confidence rooted in truth rather than appearance. I have placed within every person a unique gift, and within you there is a calling that cannot be replicated. This season will awaken your desire to learn, to grow, and to surpass limitations you once accepted as permanent. Beyond what your eyes can currently perceive, a harvest is forming. Seeds you thought were lost, efforts dismissed, prayers delayed, hopes buried, have been growing quietly. Soon, they will produce fruit that nourishes your soul and enriches your life without regret or heaviness. These blessings will not enslave you, they will liberate you. They will add depth, not pressure, and meaning, not anxiety. Trust that nothing sown in faith is ever forgotten. Lift your vision higher than your current understanding, beyond the boundaries of your past beliefs. You and your family were not created for spiritual poverty or emotional turmoil, nor for a life dominated by fear and lack. Even when the path seems uncertain, my presence remains constant. Every step taken in faith draws you closer to the purpose I designed for you, a purpose of wholeness, stability, and enduring peace. Do not be afraid, my dear child. Your trials are being transformed into victories. Your sorrow will give way to renewed strength. Your wounds will be healed by my gentle touch, restoring what was torn within you. Pause amid the noise of daily life and receive this gift I offer now: peace for your spirit, clarity for your mind, and strength for your heart. This moment will pass, but what I am building in you will endure. Your future is secure, guarded by a promise that cannot fail, because I am faithful, and my word stands forever. My beloved child, the protection that surrounds you is not a fleeting comfort meant only to soothe you for a moment. It is a living foundation upon which your days are meant to be built. Each morning, when you open your eyes, you are invited to remember that every decision shaped by faith, every act of kindness chosen even when your strength feels thin, and every pause of silence where you seek connection is actively shaping your healing and growth. Your journey is deeply personal, yet it has never been isolated. It is woven into a greater purpose that sustains your spirit and quietly creates an atmosphere of grace around you. Let this certainty become the gentle force that moves you forward, the steady light that guides your thoughts and choices even on ordinary days when nothing dramatic seems to happen. What you are building now, step by step, will stand because it rests on truth, not on fear. There are moments when the weight before you feels far too heavy to carry alone. In those moments, it may seem as though I have stepped back, leaving you to fend for yourself, and your heart may whisper that I am displeased with you or unwilling to help. Listen carefully and let that lie fall away. You have always needed my help, and you always will, no matter how stable or successful things appear on the surface. Remain attentive, because there are forces that wait for distraction, hoping to fracture your peace, confuse your direction, and wound you where you are most sensitive. This awareness is not meant to frighten you, but to anchor you. You are not defenseless. You are watched over, guided, and strengthened when you choose to stay close, to stay humble, and to remember that dependence on me is not weakness, but wisdom. If these words are stirring something deep within you, know that I am near, ready to hold you in the challenge you are facing right now. It grieves me to see you tangled in sorrow and inner turmoil, because suffering was never my desire for you. I do not delight in your pain, nor do I ignore it. Instead of fixing your gaze on what unsettles you, place it into my hands. Release what you cannot resolve on your own. When thoughts of defeat begin to chase you, refuse them immediately, for they lead only to choices that deepen your wounds. Do not allow discouragement to settle into your heart. You are under the care of a God whose power has no boundary and whose goodness cannot be exhausted. Even if the will to keep going feels like it is slipping through your fingers, reach for your faith, because it is stronger than you realize. You believe in a God who is sovereign and almighty, one who knows how to reignite the flame of divine love within you. That flame carries with it a renewed desire to persevere, even when the road feels long and uncertain. Hold tightly to the promises I have placed before you. Do not let the mockery or accusations of others define your worth. There will always be voices that attempt to remind you of past failures or claim that you are undeserving of hope. Stop listening to them. They do not know your future, and they do not understand the work being done within you. What I am forming in you cannot be dismantled by ridicule. Your value is not measured by their approval, but by the purpose I have written into your life. I desire for you to live fully, and very soon you will once again taste, feel, and receive the blessings prepared for you. The circumstances that now seem immovable will begin to shift. The worries that press heavily on your mind will find their resolution. If you have reached this point, it is not by chance. Pause and reflect on that truth. Something within you recognizes that you can continue forward, even if you do not yet know exactly how. That quiet determination, that refusal to abandon love, is evidence that you are not finished. You are being sustained for what comes next. Trust that the strength you need will meet you along the way, exactly when you require it. Your life stands on the edge of transformation. The struggles of today are approaching their moment of clarity. I am working in ways that remain hidden to you for now, arranging details and opening paths you cannot yet see. Before you expect it, a solution will appear, clear and undeniable. Guard your heart against the pull of constant negativity and the influence of those who are lost within their own spiritual darkness. Their vision is limited by fear, but yours is being expanded by hope. If you are hearing or reading this message, it is because you have been given the wisdom to understand it. You have grown. You are ready. A door is about to open, and it will require courage to step through it without hesitation. Understand this deeply. I am not an imagined presence or an empty idea. I desire that you know me genuinely, not through doubt or distant belief, but through trust born of experience. Every trial you have faced has carried my involvement. I have intervened, interceded, and redirected your present toward what is better, even when you did not recognize it at the time. Allow the fire within your heart, the dream I planted there long ago, to continue growing. Let your life become like a strong tree, offering shade, nourishment, and provision not only for you, but for those you love. What you cultivate now will bless more lives than you can currently imagine. Hold tightly to the life I have given you. Fill yourself with a joy that goes beyond circumstances, because many things are about to unfold that will change how you see everything. In time, you will understand more clearly the design I have been shaping all along. When memories of the past try to pull you backward, remember that I was there too. I forgave you. I lifted you. I stayed. Rise now with confidence and prepare yourself for the miracle that is beginning to take form. You will witness it with your own eyes. Affirm your faith and your devotion, and remember this as you move forward. Every step you take is shaping a quieter, stronger resilience within you. The journey, with all its rises and falls, is forging a wisdom that only comes from having walked through darkness while never truly being alone. The pace matters less than the steadiness of your purpose. Stay focused, stay faithful, and let perseverance guard your peace as you walk toward what has been promised. Fix your gaze within me and keep your eyes looking straight ahead. Do not allow your focus to be stolen by the noise around you or by the fatigue that sometimes whispers that the road is too long. The place prepared for you is real, and it is closer than your weary thoughts would like you to believe. I know there are days when time feels heavy, when patience seems thin, and when your own body and mind try to convince you that waiting is a burden you can no longer carry. Yet even in those moments, I am shaping you, maturing your understanding, guiding your steps so that every action aligns with what is about to unfold. My desire is not only for you, but for your household, for your family, for those connected to your name and your prayers. I am clearing the path before you so that each challenge can be faced without fear. Opposition will not have the final word, obstacles will not remain standing, and what rises against you will eventually fall. I do not promise a life without struggle, but I do promise that faith and strength will never abandon you. Courage will rise within you again and again, because your victory is not uncertain. It is assured, even when you cannot yet see its full shape. Receive my promises and allow them to settle deeply into your spirit. They are not empty words, nor distant hopes, but living assurances that bring healing to your body, clarity to your mind, and renewed vigor to your heart. I see the weights you have carried for too long, the silent discouragement, the shadows of sadness that sometimes press against your thoughts. I am not indifferent to them. I am actively breaking those chains, one by one. Everything that has tried to drain your joy, weaken your confidence, or make you doubt my voice will lose its grip. Relationships that mislead, voices that confuse, and influences that pull you toward defeat will fade away. This is not by chance, but by my hand. A powerful shift is available to you now, not through force or perfection, but through sincere obedience and an open heart. When you choose truth over illusion and humility over pride, you create space for miracles to breathe. I am not impressed by appearances or displays, but I am moved by genuine surrender. Many chase after things that glitter but do not satisfy. They measure success by possessions, status, and control, believing that visibility equals favor. They worry endlessly about what others have, what they wear, what they consume, and how they are perceived. This way of thinking is exhausting and hollow. Pride dries the soul and blinds the heart. Some turn away from my teachings because they do not align with their hunger for power or recognition. They reject the one who came to serve, to give, and to lay down his life in love. But you have chosen differently. You opened your heart to me, not because it was easy, but because it was true. And because of that choice, I intend to do wonders within you. What I am building in you cannot be taken by force or diminished by opinion. It is rooted in something eternal, something that grows quietly but powerfully. Clothe your spirit with humility and guard it carefully. Let go of the subtle traps of the deceiver, the whispers that distort truth and magnify fear. I am here, not watching from a distance, but walking beside you. I am granting you a deeper peace, a sharper discernment, and a patience that does not collapse under pressure. I do not want complaint and doubt to poison your words or corrode your faith, because your words carry weight and your thoughts shape your path. Learn to wait without growing bitter, to trust without becoming passive. There is strength in stillness when it is anchored in me. Even now, as you read these words, something within you is being steadied. Your spirit recognizes truth, and your soul responds to hope. Perseverance is not simply enduring pain, it is choosing to believe that something good is forming, even when the process feels slow. From the depths of your heart, let trust rise again. Speak it, even if your voice trembles. Belief spoken in honesty reaches me. Your prayers have not fallen into silence, nor have they been ignored. Faith, when placed in me, never goes to waste. I hear what you ask openly, and I also hear what you struggle to put into words. There are new seasons ahead, times of renewal, refreshing rains, and open skies. Blessings will come not as a trickle, but as an overflow, touching every corner of your life and your home. Peace will fill spaces that were once tense, and joy will return where heaviness once lingered. This is not reserved for a few, but available to those who keep my teachings close and refuse to give up hope. Stay alert, stay grounded, and stay patient. Growth follows a rhythm that cannot be rushed without damage. Consider how life itself unfolds. A child forms in hiddenness, taking time to develop before entering the world. A seed must be placed into fertile soil, broken open beneath the surface before it can rise and bloom. Your blessings are no different. They are precious, intentional, and powerful, and they require time to mature fully. Everything is being woven together for your good, even the moments that feel unproductive or painful. Do not measure progress only by what is visible. Much of the most important work happens out of sight. Trust the process, and do not lose heart. You will not remain where you are. Step by step, you are moving forward, leaving behind what once confined you. Change may feel unfamiliar, but it is not your enemy. It is a doorway to what is better. I desire to surround you with people and resources that encourage growth rather than drain it. You are not meant to walk alone, nor to fight every battle by yourself. When you walk with me, no accusation can stand, no judgment can define you, and no enemy can overpower you. I am your defender. If you could see beyond the physical, if your eyes were open to the spiritual realm, you would be amazed by the support that surrounds you. Light is already shining on your path, even when clouds obscure your view. Difficulties that seem immovable are already weakening, already losing their hold. The alignment you cannot see is nonetheless real. Everything is responding to my command, arranging itself to sustain you and to bring you forward. In time, I will reveal more to you, sometimes through quiet understanding, sometimes through dreams that leave a deep impression on your heart. I will give you glimpses of what lies ahead, not to overwhelm you, but to strengthen your trust. When I see faith that is sincere and whole, I move with purpose. My love for you is constant, unaffected by changing circumstances or daily struggles. Each morning, I come near with renewed compassion and a fresh invitation to relationship. More than your achievements, I desire your love. Speak it freely. Love given willingly opens the door to restoration. What was taken from you will be restored, including your dignity and the place you were meant to stand. Healing and forgiveness are already extended to you. Accept them fully, and you will discover a freedom deeper than you have known. As you awaken, you will feel lighter, less bound by opinions and expectations, more aligned with who you truly are. This is the life unfolding before you, and I am with you in every step. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.